Hey everybody, I am Yvonne with Back to Earth Creations, and today we are working on this sea dragon sculpture. And I realize it's probably quite loud. We just have the air conditioner on, and I'm in the main craft room right now, so there's that. And I am just getting the comments pulled up here so that I can keep up with y'all. Hey Brooke, hey Penny. She says I'm listening but not in this room. Just wanted to say hi and won't be near my keyboard. Hey Penny. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm in top chat. Let's see if we can't get it into. I'm gonna create a clip. What in the heck did I just do? How do I? Oh my god. Live chat has moved. There it is. Do I do? Okay. Goodness. There we go. Okay. So we'll set that right there so I can see y'all's chat. Is there a way to make the chat take up the whole screen? Hey Itzy, how are you doing? How do I? It is what it is. Okay. So, can y'all hear me okay? Hey Krishna. So I'd started this guy yesterday. And we've done the first wave of, oh, that's off. The first wave of sculpting on it already. So the first batch of freeform air has already hardened up. Hey Julie, how are you doing today? Okay. And also, if you guys want to see how the eyes glow on this piece, I just posted I think they're called YouTube shorts, of the eyes glowing. Hey Pro, hey Jennifer. Take me home to the place I belong. So the product I'm using right now is freeform air. You mix, 1-to-1 ratio by volume, and it's pretty forgiving. I've been eyeballing it mostly, and yeah, it's pretty forgiving. So. And I can always mix up more, but so I don't want to do too big of a batch, but I'm going to do a pretty big batch though. Simone, hey Simone. Okay, do you want to switch it off and just use fans? Yeah, can you help me out with that? I've got chemical hands. All right, we're taking care of the air conditioner real quick. Could you get a fan pointing at me? You really are the greatest, you know that, right? Okay. Here, baby, if you'll just set it like there and have it blow on me.
You've got it going there.
Yeah. Because that one was more dead.
Oh, okay. Well, you're at it.
But yeah, if you could do the fan over yonder, because otherwise it just blows in the microphone port. Oh, I haven't. Right on. Well, hey, Catherine. Pro says I was in the middle of working on a pool cue and was like, I gotta finish. But then I said, heck no, I've only missed one live in like 5 years. You can have us playing in the background, Pro. Honey, that's perfect. Thank you. Randy has come to save us from ourselves yet again. Is this about the same? No, but it'll do. Gosh, I know I shouldn't eat this stuff, but it really reminds me of marshmallow fluff. I mean, don't eat it, obviously, but... Hey, Tiggy. Hey, Dee Dee. Okay. So I like to do just a little bit of a fold and smush. Yeah, Z dog. And Z has been just under like tremendous amounts of distress. His butt's all itchy. We gave him a bath. The dryer's fixed, so that's good. But he got out of his cone and chewed his butt. Like, it's just his like hip area. He's always been prone to hot spots there. But so if you hear Z whining, that's all what's up with him. Hey, Rainbow. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. How have you been? Oh, I don't know if I said hey to you, Julia, but hey, Julia. But yeah, just starting. Now this stuff, I mean, is super duper light. It really is. Oh, I don't know if y'all can hear my hands crack. Oh no. Pro says, I think I'm starting to feel like Z. I've been bit 100 times today by mosquitoes and I'm itchy. We've got an extra cone. If you want us to put a cone on you. Hey, Mary. So I am starting with just getting this mixed together. So we came through. We actually sang with Z earlier. He's getting increasingly vocal. Like, increasingly. Like, almost to husky levels. When he hits his stride. Randy, you have to look at.
No, because then he wins.
Ah, that's fair. Yeah. Oh no. Well, I'm sad to hear you haven't been doing that great. Anytime I can share the smiles. So what we've done here so far, so it's got a really nice even consistency. Okay. Is it seems wasteful, but like I have to change gloves a couple of times throughout the mixing. Hey Show, hey Ann, hey Mosaic. Whisper of the Heart. Oh, I don't know. I just got onto like a YouTube music playlist and was jamming out to some country music. Oh no, Brooke says this week sucked a bit, but maybe the weekend will be better. Definitely. Okay. So what we've got going on here is I've pieced a couple of different like Spirit Halloween store skulls together, and Randy removed the back for me. And so we've come through and we used the freeform air just because, I mean, we got the skulls for like $10 and this would have been almost $100 in clay if, you know, I was sculpting everything from scratch. So it gives me a really nice durable base. And then I went through and spliced in the new horns and just using the 5mm craft foam and some hot glue, I've made like a little bit of like a crown building up here. And so that's going to be what I'm building the clay into today. What's up, baby?
Do I need to go upstairs for sleep?
Maybe.
At least on the couch you can sit next to me and stop whining.
Yeah, well, he's starting to wind down. He's just very opinionated lately about what he thinks we ought to be doing with our time, which is, I mean, I agree with him. We should be cuddling him and not working, but all right, we're gonna zoom in before my hands get all kinds of goopy and weird. There we are. Hey, Glenda. So I'm kind of doing just a bulk fill a little. I want to make sure all of the hot glue is covered. I want to make sure that all the foam is covered. Because the freeform air adheres a little bit. I mean, it adheres okay, especially once it's dry. And you'll see how we're going to blend that out here in a little bit. So I like just taking pinches and building and smushing it in. Oh gosh, I'm not even in frame. Well, isn't that how it goes? My favorite tool for when my fingers don't reach is just a paintbrush with some water on it. And that blends it down and in really, really well. Hey, Pinky. Aw, thank Itsy. Thank you, Itsy. It's way more peaceful without the air conditioner yelling at us. So again, just getting in here. Not super worried about getting the details perfect right this second. I just want to get the gist of it laid down. Country road. All right, on. Well, hey, Beth, how have you been doing?
Is that a better size for you?
I don't know. Can you clasp it?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell until it's clasped. Oh, honey, that's perfect.
Okay, 15 it is.
Okay. Thank you, baby. So Randy's been hard at work getting more chainmail made for us. Jennifer says there's no better place for dragon eyes than a dragon head. Yeah.
So here's something I've noticed.
What's that, baby?
The cosplay glows blue.
Now, I have a green one as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I really liked the blue with this one.
Yeah.
But what were you thinking?
I was thinking of a glow green, but I was just surprised. I was like, well, the Sculpting 3 glows green.
Uh-huh. Most glow in the dark that I was familiar with does.
Right, and so that's what I was expecting, and then whenever you released the short,
Uh-huh.
and they were blue, I was like, oh.
Oh, you saw that already?
Yeah, I saw that.
Right on.
I get notifications.
Ooh wee. What are the scales made of? What scales? This one didn't have any scales on it just yet. It's okay, Z-Dog. We're waiting for his Benadryl to kick in too.
Lay down, buddy.
Do you want to invite him into his chair?
He's not a vampire. He can get in there on his
Well,
own.
but sometimes he didn't think of it.
Would you like to sit by me?
He's a Z-pyre.
Come on.
He's like, oh, you talked me into it.
Other side.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes it does not want to hold on to the foam at all.
Spirit Halloween store, right?
Oh, the skull bases?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, we gutted them apart, but they're just like kind of cast plastic. You may need to take him upstairs and just give him some snuggles.
Alright. I can't moderate from up there, but
Okay.
I'll try my best.
Come on, you old whiny boy. Let's go.
Love you, baby. The blue horns, unfortunately, do not glow in the dark, but the eyes and each of these glass baubles do, because I actually backed the glass baubles with, because these are glass that we made here in our home kiln, and so I experimented with backing it with clay, and it glows really cool, you guys. And so before I do anything else here on the face, I really am just going to focus up on this spot. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm focusing on the back. Randy says, well, Ember is upset that we're in the living room now. All right, on. So I'm kind of just trying to cram the clay gracefully into all the little smushy spots. Hey, Estelle, how's it going? All right, on Cerulean. Well, I'm hoping by the time, like, I'm literally just using the skulls on some of these. Some of them are still going to be, like, skull looking when they're done, because I'm trying to get 10 made for Dragon Con. Some of them will remain skulls, but a lot of them I'm just using the skulls as the bones of the rest of the sculpture. Just so I can, like, build on it. There we go. Getting it all crammed in there. I didn't even get a notification for the live stream. Oh no, I never get any live stream notification except for the one you sent via email. Anyway, glad to be here now. Well, you might want to check your, like, YouTube notifications, like through the YouTube app or, like, desktop or something, because you might have notifications turned off. Which, I personally have notifications turned off, but that's because otherwise, it didn't give me any peace. But, I think there's ways to, like, tweak with that. All right, on Julia. Well, I was hoping it'd be a decent technical stream today, but it's the future and nothing works. So yeah, again, just trying to make sure that all of the hot glue is completely covered up. So, like, we've got a spot of, like, some hot glue up here. And then I used UV resin in this little starfish mold to make the starfish, which Randy was like, oh, it doesn't glow. And I was like, no, that'd have been a way better idea. But I didn't know how the UV resin would cure if I put a bunch of glow powder in it. So instead I'm gonna get in the flask. I'm just gonna paint it, I think. just a little bit of water on a regular old like nylon bristle paintbrush goes a long way in getting this stuff shaped and behaving. Oh goodness. Jennifer says we have Storm Betty blowing through the Midlands here in the UK from now to the wee hours of the morning. Oh goodness. Stay safe. So just globbing in a little bit more. Okay. So that more or less filled it in. And then I can start sticking stuff in it. So I don't know if we're ready to start doing that yet, but maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Anita. Yeah, in Pro, that glow was it entire. Oh, where'd that come from? What are you? Where'd you drop that? Some clay just fell out of my dragon head, so I'm like, oh no. Ruh-roh. Now I'm going to be covering up some of the kind of corally seed bead stuff. Right on, Mosaic. Have a safe trip. But it'll be okay in the end, hopefully. It'll all be all right. Because it'll give us a really nice like layered effect is what I'm hoping for. There we go. Ooh, Simone says an idea for next time is to do a mold of some of your chainmail scales and pour some glow-in-the-dark resin into the scale mode and interweave with regular scales. That sounds awesome. Like, that sounds really awesome. Actually, it's got me wondering how UV resin might adhere to one of the metal scales. Because I could probably figure something out. Maybe even not with UV resin, but just dipping the scales into resin with like glow powder in it. And then just smoothing it out. Hey Jean, we are using a product today called Freeform Air. It is a super lightweight, no bake clay, kinda. I mean epoxy dough, I guess is what it says on the bottle. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to do. Like, I don't know, y'all. Have y'all, who here's been watching our YouTube shorts that we've started doing in the past week? Because I'm I'm really enjoying myself actually, just shooting like little clips of like, you know, I figure it doesn't have to be good. I just want to share with you guys what I'm up to. And I forget what I was gonna ask now. There was something. Maybe it'll come back to me. Oh yeah. We're doing like 10 of these for dragon, and I showed them laid out on the table. Because we set up a 6-foot and a 5-foot table for kind of brainstorming everything out. And then as a staging area for accumulating like the supplies, because I currently have 3 skulls going right now, in varying stages of waiting for things to dry so that I can kind of move to the next step. Now, I know I said things don't have to be perfect, but I do try to get stuff really well, like, rendered out before moving to the next spot, just in case I completely forget about it, which is not unlike me. Like, that's totally within the realm of something that's likely to happen. Ooh, Lisa says, what epoxy sculpt would be the best to make the handle to replace on the cup from you? I would use Avis Clay epoxy sculpt, just because I've had really good results of it binding to ceramics and lasting through like dishwashing and stuff. But I would only use it for exterior things, like not the part of the cup that you're drinking out of, as I don't know if it's food safe. So I'm just kind of painting and smushing this into different spots. So we're not quite in the days yet for going to Dragon Con, but we got, I think, more or less we got all the costumes finished that we're going to be bringing to Dragon Con. And we got all of like something else. What was it? Oh, we got all the new jewelry tagged. So we were like, let's focus on something that's really kind of like, I wanted to be artsy a little bit. Like, I mean, I love jewelry, don't get me wrong, it keeps the bills paid, but I've missed doing in like just life consuming projects. Like stuff that just completely consumes my entire mind and focus. And same here, Clary T. I love dragons a lot, and it just felt appropriate, you know, for going to Dragon Con if we get some dragons for in the booth. Hey Kelly, how's it going? And I love that with this stuff I don't have to worry about baking it, so it really does give me a lot of options for what materials I'm able to use it with. Ooh, it's starting to heat up. Yeah, if you kind of stretch it out a little bit thinner, I think that makes it be a little slower in its curing. Maybe. Hey, book. Well, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna have to point that fan at me a little more. Oh no, why is fan don't make that noise? It's rattling at me. Okay. Jennifer asks, will you be completely fleshing out the skull? That's a really good possibility. I may not do anything like kind of right here, but we are going to be putting like a snout on it, like a little dragon beak. And I told myself that I wasn't going to do teeth, but just because I'm worried about not getting any of them done. But I think I'm going to have to go through and definitely do some teeth on these because it's just going to look awesome. And again, paint does not like sticking to hot glue. So I'm trying to make sure that there are no little bits of hot glue poking through anywhere because it's so obvious whenever I start painting. Just using a little bit of water to get it to blend in nice. Oh wow. Well, congratulations to you, Book, on your kiddos growing and getting into school. That's going to be really cool. Okay. Oh, this is not a real skull. It is, you know, like the Spirit Halloween stores. I just got like a ram and a gazelle skull. Actually, we had gotten like 10, I think. Gosh, what, back in like 2019? So we've had these in storage for quite a while. Oops. And I kind of like spliced them together. We did get video. I did get video of doing all the splicing and different things. So I do plan on having some tutorials and things coming out, or at least a time-lapse video of like talking about the main project like points in the construction, because there's like 90% of it is just me petting it. I think that's like sculpting in a nutshell. It's like, how'd you do it? I petted a lot. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I petted it till it looked like how I wanted. No, this is just the water is just regular old water, and then it's cloudy from the freeform air that's been dissolved in it. Now I'm using a thing of Mod Podge to be structural. Okay, looks like I'm gonna need just a little glob right there. Yes, yes, just like that. There we go. But yeah, this cup I use specifically just for not Mod Podging, but doing freeform air on projects. Okay, we do need to get that covered. Let's get the excess off the table. Hey, Marianne. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, definitely. And it doesn't always want to stick to stuff, but that's okay. We can trick it into sticking anyways. But yeah, and so being able to grab along here is so important because I wasn't able to do that yesterday whenever I sculpted the first portion. And it got to the point where there wasn't anywhere that I could touch or anything that I could do that wasn't making messes for me elsewhere. Hey, Mona. The horns were at like they were part of the ram skull or gazelle skull. Like we'll take a little bit of a field trip whenever I've used up this batch of the freeform air just to let it set up some so that it can hopefully shape it a little better or something. I don't know, I'm still getting a feel for it. It's been a minute since I've sculpted. But I'll take you over and show you all of the skulls that we have in the works right now. I just want to blend out any of the lines that are transitioning from the freeform air to the bare plastic of the skull. Ooh, right on, Tara. Ooh, I gotta get this blended out. Any little places that there like some of the foam or some of the hot glue pokes through, I just put more clay on it. And the intent with these is to use them as like a wall sculpture or to wear them as a mask. Like they are dual purpose. So I'm pretty excited about that. Just in general. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations on doing well, book. Okay. So definitely, yeah, I need to get some crammed up in right here. But yeah, for those of y'all who've been following the channel for a while, this is the stuff that I sculpted the majority of my Spyro the Dragon out of. Woo! Hey, Hawk, how's it going? Earrings 232 out of 300. Oh my gosh, you're doing so good. Did I tell y'all we got the dryer fixed? And by we got the dryer fixed, I mean Randy and I tag teamed that thing like a champion and got it fixed. Like fortunately it was just an easy, it was just the belt had snapped. So by the power of YouTube, we were able to get that fixed. There we go. Let's see if I can do this without getting stuff all over. Ooh, that's way too zoomed in. There we go. That's a little better. But like, I'm just tickled that we can do laundry again. By we, I mean Randy. He did all of the laundry. Like, I think I was able to get like one load moved over, but he's so good at like keeping up with it that like by the time I realized the dryers stopped making a noise, it's too late. So you gaze into the horrifying eyes of the abyss. Y'all, I think sculpting is one of my favorite things in the world. Like, I don't know. It's definitely in like my top 50 favorite things ever. Like, I have a lot of favorites. There's a lot of stuff that I just love. No! Are you hardening it up on me already? Why you do that? Hey, Esther. How are you doing? Mountain Mama. Oh goodness, Jennifer says, I've been fixing my front loader washer after someone explained how I had no idea you're supposed to clean them out monthly. What? A front loaded washer? Man, that's too much work. Like, I'm so lazy when it comes to house chores though. Like, I'm like, I mean, you're not supposed to clean the top loader, are you? Like, because I haven't been. I certainly have not been. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Rainbow. Now, also, this stuff does sand really well. So, I bet I'd be able to use the Dremel on it. Now, I'm not going to be doing that here in the live stream, but I'm just thinking for other projects because, I don't know, for a while, like probably since, I don't know, when did I get into planners? Like 2019, early 2020. I've been like trying to be like more structured and slightly less ADD about stuff or ADHD or whatever, but like however it is, it's like I needed planning at that time. But it has worked right up until it doesn't. And now I'm finding what's working for me now. And I am back to embracing the crafty chaos. We're still going to be able to maintain like the past couple of years I'd really been working on like personal discipline and like just, you know, getting to where it's like, yeah, the kitchen's getting cleaned every night before bed or you know, to whatever standard, like because we hadn't been really home enough in the past for, you know, things to accumulate the way that they do when you're home all the time. You know, and also things just didn't bother me as much because we were traveling constantly. So, but then being home all the time, my piles and messes and things started to really get me down. So, but now though, I've been able to figure out just enough how much planning is necessary, and then the rest of it, I'm really looking forward to just kind of leaning back into a little bit more creative freedom, even though like the same 5 people keeps thumbs downing whatever. Like anytime I do anything different, there's always somebody who's like, I hate it, and I'm like, okay, well that's fine, you clicked on my face, just so you know. And I've said it before, and I will say it till I'm blue in the face. I may not be your cup of tea, but I wasn't brewed for you. And I feel something a brewing. So I'm really excited to be back into sculpting. And we'll still be maintaining, every month we'll be doing our craft along projects still. And we'll be doing the Potomac bead unboxing for as long as they want to keep us as a sponsor, or not as a sponsor, but as like a, where they send us stuff. But other than that, it's going to be a little bit of a wild crapshoot as to what it is that we'll be doing in our tutorials. I have finally gotten over my personal block about short form content. It seems, well, it's looking pretty dang old cool. I gotta do some here, like right there, to join those in together. And yeah, it's starting to harden up, so I really need to get it, well, not harden, but actually it might be more manageable after letting it sit for a minute than what it had been. Oh yeah, we're making the masks and stuff for Dragon Con. But also just, I mean, I love doing stuff like this. Like, and it's been so long because we felt like, we wanted to prioritize the business doing well and all sorts of different things. And like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love having my own business, but I wanted to be an artist, and I feel like I didn't really get to do a lot of art for someone who was a professional artist. Just with like fulfilling orders and stuff. So we may end up doing fewer shop updates. We may end up doing, like, I don't know, like we're just gonna have to figure out what's sustainable. But I figure instead of trying to cling to what was being successful with our business, we gotta just keep rolling with the punches, and sometimes that means changing every other week. So, but I don't know what's going to sell well off the website. I don't know what's going to sell well out of the booth. But I do know that if I follow my passions of what I feel like making and what, I feel drawn to, then I'm at least doing that. Now time to try to pretend like this is going to be somewhat symmetrical. Ooh, right on, Brooke. Yeah, I'd like to try to make that match. In with the other side, just a little bit right there. So this kind of has me wondering though if I shouldn't put some shells right here. Just blending those seams out. Country road, take me home, mountain mama. Because I want it to look like a creature from the deep with too many eyes. I want it to look like it knows too much. All right on. Like it feels like I'm gonna get back to myself. Cause it's like I was fixing to lay an egg. If I heard one more person be like, I miss how things used to be, and I'm like, what does that mean? So it's, I miss it too. Back whenever it's easy to romanticize the past, but whenever I was just hoping to be successful instead of a little low-key panicked to try to keep the ball rolling. It's like, it'll be what it'll be. I just want to have a decently reasonable time along the way. Yeah, I'm digging this. Right on, Leslie. That's very validating. Like, thank you guys for being here. Welcome to the shit show. No, it's okay. Hey. There you go. West Virginia. I've got to get a different song in my head, you guys. Last week it was Pompeii by Bastille. Ooh, Tara says, I went to college for sculpture, most made out of chicken wire. I make jewelry because people don't usually buy 8-foot sculptures for their living rooms. That's fair. That's so cool, though. If you had told me that, I had forgotten. That's really cool to know that you went for sculpture. What was your favorite, tell me everything. Oh my god. It's like 1,000,000 degrees in here. Are you using epoxy sculpt or air dry clay? And how will you transport these treasures to DragonCon? I am using... It's like if air dry clay and epoxy sculpt had a super lightweight angel baby. Because this is freeform air. It's an epoxy dough. And it dries to rock hard. But is super duper lightweight. Expensive, so I'm trying to not waste any of it. But we're gonna kind of stick them in a box with some bubble wrap, maybe. I hadn't really thought that far ahead about how we were gonna get them to the show. Oh no. Not to be this way, but Randy will figure it out. He's very good about these things. I'll probably be riding with them in my lap. Most of the way to Atlanta for the 14-hour drive. I was listening close to see if I could hear him cussing from the upstairs living room. Well, he's very good at saving me from myself. Saving others from me. It's a good... It balances out. Just today, I think he caught me licking tacos off of my phone, and he called me a ragamuffin, you guys. But to be fair, I was wearing my apron, and I was like... It's my bib. My name brand bib, because it's got our business logo on it. But some taco that we had, because it was leftover taco goo, had fallen on the apron, which was working perfectly as a bib, by the way. But then rolled down and landed in my pocket all over my phone, and I didn't realize that until I pulled my phone out. And then I was well, just a little bit of taco. So I licked it off the phone screen because my hands were busy holding the bowl of taco goo. And then he was like, honey, it's on the back too. So I just flipped it over and started licking the case. And now that I'm explaining the story, I'm embarrassed, and never mind. So, but he seems to be pretty cut out for taking care of me as a ragamuffin. So, oh my God, that looks so cool. Huck says I could see you putting these on the hood of your van and securing it. I don't know if Randy would let me, but that would be awesome. There we go. Getting that all smushed and stuff. Kelly says my daughter does the same and has zero shame. Alrighty then. Wait, part of me's like, how old's your daughter? Okay. So I'm trying to see, I've got this last little bit that isn't enough to do the eyes or the schnoz. His little dragon snout. Oh, that looks so cool, Simone. Oh, Jean says, is something wrong with y'all's internet or is it mine? I don't know, it's coming through actually really clear on my tablet. Which is just like watching the YouTube stream, I think. So I'm gonna try, because I did have a little bit of problem with the polymer clay just completely delaminating from the backs of the glass cabochons. So I think I am going to try building up a little bit more of the freeform air around these glass baubles. Just because I really don't want anything popping off. Either while people are wearing it or while it's in transport or really just anything. Oh, well, thank you guys. Rainbow says, looks crystal clear on my phone. Awesome. I love that. So yeah, just trying to get things in place. And then now the point that the clay is at now, which we started mixing it. Oh gosh, we've been doing this for an hour. Well, so in an hour or so, give or take a bit. Ooh, Tara says, my first sculptures were made with handmade paper and driftwood. Wow, I made a pillow out of chicken wire covered in butcher paper and Elmer's. It was all trippy painted and stuff. Oh, this sounds neat. But an hour into sculpting with it, and it's getting to where it's not wanting to dissolve as easily in water. So it's getting harder to do some finer shaping. But I kind of want to just do a little glob there. And just a little glob dot there. Ooh, maybe we could, oh, I got some quartz crystals right here. Okay, we might be able to cram that in there and figure it out. So I'm going to do one last look over to see if there is anywhere that needs for, yeah, let's flip this around. Oh, we could totally cram some more up in this like weird little crack back there. There we go. Like, I don't know if y'all can hear. Your dragon looks like it has a toothache. What? I'm gonna have to make him some teeth, I think. Just because that would look really cool. I'll have to boil some water. The thermoplastic that I like to use for sculpting teeth. That's how I used to do it, at least. One of my favorite things, okay, so one of my favorite things really is just doing everything, like all the crafts always, because I'm very in love with like new crafts energy. like buying all the stuff. Like I love the shopping, I love the making, I love the learning, and then I love taking what I've learned from the new craft and applying it to, you know, whatever other random stuff I'm doing at the time. Um, but this is something that I couldn't have anticipated, and that is the love of falling back in love with a craft that I haven't done in, let's call it, years, because it really has been a hot minute since I've indulged in sculpture at all. And so, oh my god, my hands are so like sticky. We're gonna go on a little bit of a field trip because I'm gonna get the air conditioner going in here again. Also, pardon all the naked mannequins. There we go. So this is how this one's looking. The eyes are not done, the schnoz is not done, and we've got to add some stuff up top. This one right here is pretty stinking cool. This one is one from 2019 that I had sculpted. I gotta find my tripod. I'm just gonna sit in here for a little bit. Well, okay, but you can see over here. Let me get tripoded up. Beep boop. There we go. Okay. My hands are so pruny from being in the gloves and like, I don't know if you can hear. No, but they're sticky. So okay. So this is, let me retie. So when they're said and done, this one was not the best join. I've gotten a little better at joining the backs of them. But we do this mount style because you can, probably going to need to replace this elastic, but one thing at a time. Country road. So with the D-rings, you can mount it on screws on the wall, or you can attach elastic. And my big head won't fit. It's fine. So this one's very narrow, but you can wear it as like a headdress, and I used to wear like horns on it as well. Like, so it was just kind of a cool, fun little thing to do. But I really like them as wall sculptures too, because when you're not running around with it on your head, just having something like this up on the wall is very cool, I think, at least. So, and this whole thing is not that heavy, like, all things considered. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this flipped around. So here we have, like, this one here is one of the skulls that I had taken the horns and used with one of the other pieces. And so you can see they're completely hollow. And Randy had removed the like lower jaw part. Well, and it never really had the lower jaw. It was always just like the top of the skull, and then the horns kind of fit in there. But I'm going to be splicing in a couple of different horn types. And then back when we had the Glowforge, I had tried laser cutting out some foam, which stunk to high heaven, but I'm going to try to make some really tiny ram's horns. Because if you can kind of picture, I'm going to use like the heat gun and like make it to like shape the foam a little bit more. So that one is going to look like a skull, like just a naked skull. This one here is going to be just a skull. It's not going to have any eyes or a nose or anything. So we're going to be using, like I used that cosplay, the glow-in-the-dark cosplay to build up on the bottoms of the crystals. Yeah, the Glowforge caught on fire and then died and then caught on fire again. And then we gave it to ProPool to see if he could do some necromancy and bring it back. And it's just great I did. But yeah, so this is one of the horns from like this one. And you can see how they fit just in there like that. So that's how they came from like the Spirit Halloween store. but I really love the way they look doubled up with the gazelle skull. Like, yeah, here, this one's still even got the tag on it. It's Seasons USA for decoration only. It's a gazelle skull. But we had ordered like a bunch of them specifically to make these sculptures. So this one's going to be just the skull as well, but I'm going to make some glowy mushrooms to come off of it, and I'm going to have kind of like that. And I don't know, I thought it'd look really cool. Like, I've been saving these labradorites that are just massive for something like this. So that'd be cool. And then like all the crystals have the glow on the butt. So let's actually go. I want to show you guys. My house is a mess. That's not what I wanted to show you. I'm going to show y'all. Oh, there's a box on the porch. Hello, box. Okay. So charging up in the sunlight. Uh-oh. Oh, I think I just locked myself out of the house. Shit. Okay, let's go back and see if it shouldn't be locked. Ow. No, okay, we're good. Okay, dark corner activate. Look at the crystal, you guys. Is that not so cool? So, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is going to be, like, it's going to look like that, like coming up out of the top. Oh, okay. So it's going to be, like, right there, glowing, and then, like, these guys, same glowy, like, so glowy. These guys glow. So, and then this one is the one that, he's still drying. He's what I've been working on this morning. And so I'm still putting eyeballs in him, but I got the snout done. He still needs some teeth. And that'd be really cool. Now this one's staying just a skull. And this one we're actually going to be painting today, I think. And I made the horns for this one out of foam, like a 5mm EVA foam. Now this is how they just looked, like ram skull, gazelle. And this is another one that I'm going to do. This was one of our grooved cabs that we dropped at a show, and it chipped off the tip there. So I'm going to set it in polymer clay, centered like so, probably, with the ammonites on either side and glow crystals. And this is a little resin cast of like a death head moth with a little moon on it that I'm gonna set like right there, I think. And I'd like to put some additional antlers on those just because I really do love the double look, but I wanted to just focus on getting some like done. So, oh, and this one's gonna be so cool because we're gonna put little antlers kind of coming out of its forehead like antenna, and like a little Luna moth theme, another labradorite, and like more mushrooms and stuff. So so no, the skulls themselves are just plastic, like they're just mold cast plastic. But yeah, this is more glow crystals, so I think we're gonna do eyes and a snout on that one. But again, building them up like in layers. So, but we laid it all out and made like a plan-ish. So, can imagine how heavy it would be with polymer clay. Yeah, no, and these ones are probably going to be pretty heavy just because of all the rocks and stuff, but that'll be all right. Okay, I think we're going back in the other room, you guys. I'm going to turn off the air conditioner and we're going to get back to it. Because I have a bunch of these little seed beads that need lace. And my number one favorite tool for placing seed beads is lost. Where did it go? Where are you? I'm gonna go rinse my brush out. I will be right back. It is such a challenge trying to get those brushes clean, but I don't want to keep treating them like they're single use, you know? Okay, let's see. There you are. Oh, bye, Rainbow. Thanks for hanging out. Any of the glow-in-the-dark crystals, Jean, were either just real crystals that I put glow-in-the-dark Cos clay on the bottom of and then baked, or they're just crystal-shaped pieces that I've made out of resin with, like, glow powder in it. So that's all those green ones were glow powder. So these are just some very irregular, very inexpensive, size 6, I think, seed beads. And I just pick them up with the porcupine quill and then press them in. So the porcupine quill is flexible enough that I can, I don't know, I can like jam the bead onto it. But then it lets go of the bead once it's inserted into the clay. Oh my god, everything is so sticky. Okay, it's okay. And then I just use the dummy thick end for pressing the bead in. And this gives such a nice effect. Now, I do go over all of this with like a Mod Podge style sealer for a couple of layers, like specifically the Puzzle Saver Mod Podge I really like for this. No, you're not sticky enough. So after it's all dry, before I start painting, I'm going to put a couple coats of Mod Podge Puzzle Saver. But yeah, it just grabs the bead off the tip of the, hey art girl, how's it going? Oh my gosh, it's so, like, sticky. Oh, and the freeform air 100% gives me a rash if I use it without gloves on, so that's just something to watch out for if you find yourself using it. Beep. Well, there goes that one. Right on. Esther says, my husband likes the real bone. I know a lot of people do. I have respect for it. I love the real bone, but I don't necessarily want to make like a bunch of fun like costume pieces out of it. I would rather like make something like special to honor it. And So I personally have no aversion to using it. I just thought plastic would be better for headdresses. So yeah, once it gets a little bit of the freeform air on the tip of the porcupine quill, it starts holding on to the bead a little too well. Oh my goodness. There is an after party today. So at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, so in about 40 minutes from this exact moment, we'll be taking an hour-long break so that I can get like fed and hydrated. And then we will be back for our members only stream for our YouTube channel members, Patreon supporters, and Happy Crafter Club members in the $1 and up membership levels. And I'll probably be doing more of this, or maybe painting some dragon eyes. Just like whatever we're doing, we'll do it, and it'll be fun. So. But yeah, that'll be from 5 until 7 p.m. or later. Sometimes we roll later, but usually like talking for 2 hours nonstop. I usually need to take a break. And it's like I have like a bedtime now. That's probably been my biggest takeaway from everything I've been doing since 2019 about trying to like live productively in things, and like we have a consistent bedtime and consistent meal times now. Consistent-ish. But we're a lot better about the bedtime than we are about meal times. It's like I must have grabbed the horns a whole bunch with the freeform air all over my gloves because the horns are so sticky now. Now that'll cure and go away. But I gotta remember to not touch my face while I've got all this sticky all over my hands. So I kind of want to... Oh yeah, we were going to put a crystal there. Hey Larice, how's it going? Pro says, why does nothing ever go the way it should? What? What are you talking about? I mean, you're right, but what are you talking about? These are such pretty crystals. I don't know, maybe we'll just use a shelf. Hey Nancy, how's it going? Oh, hey Yvette. Oh, do you have that thing where you hate stuff with a bunch of little holes in it? That sucks. Do you want to see this thing I made that's got a whole bunch of like little holes in it? Hey Anita. Yes, I did. Thank you so much, Nancy. That was so thoughtful. Oh, I haven't, Hawk. Hey, Stephanie. Oh, thank you. Oh, I did, Larice. Thank you so much. Your jewelry's beautiful. So I can't find the things that I thought I wanted to put there. I kind of want to put that right there, like this. But I'm going to have to put more freeform air over it, but I think that'll be perfectly fine. Okay, so there's that one. Ooh, yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's perfect. I love it. Okay. Yeah, the after party will be starting at around 6. No, it starts at 5. Well, oh my god, I'm so confused. Numbers. It'll start at 5 Central Standard Time, so I'm not certain what time that is for Eugene. Oh no. Oh, pro, that sucks. Oh, Terry says, wouldn't you be, by using a copywritten skull, be a little bit on the side of a no-no? I hadn't really thought of it. Well, I think since I purchased each of the skulls used, like I'm not making molds of the skulls and replicating them and selling them that way. So I think it's no more than buying a bead from Hobby Lobby and using it as like a focal point on a necklace. Like I still paid for the original for each of the things. So I don't know, copyright's always tricky because it seems so much a rules for thee but not for me whenever it comes to, being a small creator. Whereas, I can be a stickler about it, and then AliExpress goes through and rips my friends off anyways. Um, and so I try to not personally get hung up in it. Um, but it is good to be asking those questions. If I said still love you and I'm still listening, oh. And I'm also being completely transparent too whenever, I'm not being like, oh, I sculpted this completely, including the plastic skull part from the Spirit Halloween store. So. And then I'm thinking, and I don't know how I'd feel about using, like, so let's say we have this and I finished the whole thing and it's like completely done. And then I made a mold of that and started doing like casts and stuff where there's still like the original, antlers and stuff pointing out from the store-bought blank. Like I think that might get into tricky territory, but also I don't know. Because what if it stopped being in production? So I don't know. I feel like they can send me a cease and desist if I do something that they get mad about, but I don't want to live in a world of tiptoeing around copyright legalities. And I'll definitely vlog from jail, like, if they'll let me. Right of first sale. You can sell things you bought to a third person. It would seem to cover that. Right on, Brooke. I did learn don't put your fingernails into the spinning lathe, Chuck. What? That just, like, trims them really fast, though, right? Patty says, I doubt the skulls are copywritten, not like Mickey Mouse. Oh, they probably are. But I just don't know, like, because if... I don't know. I don't know. The depth of how bad, I don't know. Like, I don't even know the tip of the iceberg of how much I don't know. Pro says it came from China. They already stole it. Just saying the facts are the facts. That's a good point. Like, it's so hard to track that stuff. I try to not do anything with anybody else's work that I wouldn't mind being done with mine. So, like, that's how I try to function. Because otherwise it can make a little bit of a freeze up. And you'd be like, oh, can I do this? Do, 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 do. Brooks's disclaimer, not a lawyer. No, those are good points, though. And I would like to do a little bit of something over this seam line on the horn here and here. So, though I don't know, I might go through with like a heavy primer or something when doing the paint job. Or maybe with a little bit more freeform air. We'll have to see. Because I'm going to be mixing up another batch at some point to do the nose. But I'm going to let all this stuff dry up first. So that's why I've got 3 skulls in different stages of production, is so I can always be working on something. Hey Angela, how's it going? Turning this around. Don't turn around to see my heartbreak girl. Herpin' derp derp, herpin' my doop doop. The walls come crumbling down in the city that we love. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you closed your eyes, optimist about this. How am I gonna be an optimist about this? Oh, hey April, how's it going? Ooh, Hawk says, could you put chain over those seams? That would look really cool. And I think to antagonize that further, I may actually do some freeform air with these little same little dot things. The seed beads going down, because I've got 2 other tubes of these. That is the nice thing about cheap beads, is they're really irregular, but man, you get a lot of them for cheap. And I personally really like the irregularity, specifically for projects like this. Ooh, Terry says, a fellow artist, but my mother had a painting TV show, Dallas. The producers borrowed it, and my mother won the lawsuit. Oh my goodness, well, good on her. April says, I have to find someone to cut some metal pieces for me because I tried to do it myself and it scared me. Oh, are you okay, though? Oh, goodness, Marianne. Oh, I hope you're okay. That is a lot to be going through. Happy birthday, though. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Oh, I bid farewell to the. Randy, Pro's asking you questions down in chat. I wonder if he and Z are still awake. Oh, with polymer clay, really? Right on, Jane. Pro says, what is it like to work with power tools? To Randy. Dangerous. Hey, Benjamin. Oh, cuddling the puppers. So yeah, I may not get all 10 of the dragon skulls done, but really as long as we've got 5, then I think that'll be okay. We'll just, hopefully if we sell them, we'll look a little picked over, but I'll take it. Randy is upstairs with Z-Dog because Z's been real lonely, you know, and so he needs a lot of cuddles. And we've been working a lot lately getting ready for Dragon. And so Z has decided to become like really freaking vocal. So that's kind of a perk of doing the live streams is Z gets cuddle time. And that's good too, because this way Randy actually has to take some time off too and let his hands recover. Oh goodness, Jane. Ooh, Benjamin says, could I do that same with my real skulls from my cows? Yes, this doesn't require any baking, and I do think the freeform air would bind well to bone. I mean, the plastic is not porous at all, so I think the bone would be fine too. The only thing I am going to say, the freeform air is pretty expensive, but I love it because it doesn't shrink. Because I've tried doing this with air dry clay, and the kind of cracking that I get from the shrinkage is unmanageable. Now you could also, and probably it's proportionately expensive to like Sculpey Primo polymer clay. But again, you don't have to bake it, so. What would Randy do? Shake his beautiful head. And maybe, psst, hey Randy, can you bring me my 3:30 coffee? That's what Randy would do. Ooh, Art Girl says, have you thought much on what you're selling them for? I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Probably like $500. No, I don't know. Oh, that's tricky. we're probably going to start them at 75 for the one with the triquetras that is almost entirely just all foam. But this one, I don't know, like $1 billion. Yeah. If somebody will pay me $1 billion, I'll sell it for no, I don't know. Again, like it's trying to find that balance of it is an original piece of art. I do want to like make a whole bunch of money because, you know, bills and stuff, but maybe at 4. Wendy. Okay, at 4. Yeah, we'll do our on Fridays. The 3:30 coffee and snuggle break gets postponed until the 4 o'clock intermission. I don't know how we can work like this. I can't even be serious about it. There we go. Oh, so sticky. But no, probably I think the other one that we had finished that's from 2019, I think we had that one marked at 150, and then I sold another one at like 250. So that's probably going to be around the price point. Just because it is our first year carrying them since 2019 in the booth. This porcupine quill though. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, right on. And if we have any left after dragon, we'll put them in an auction or something. I just love covering stuff in beads. Because I want them to look like little barnacles or something. Or like the surface of like coral. Bro, like, Randy, I want coffee so bad I'm fixing to drink my paint water. Help. Okay, I can use all of my discipline and move the cup away from me so I won't drink it. Okay. Wow. Hawk says sell a $1,200 to $1,500. Ooh. Maybe one day. That'd be amazing. I remember the living. Do they think of me? When our hearts in the ocean together will be. Oh no, Jane. I don't know what's up. Randy, are you having any technical problems upstairs on your device? I mean, it makes sense. We've kind of been having technical difficulties last week's live stream as well. Does my phone need an update? But I don't know, it's working on my tablet. Oh, wow. Ace J says they sell these kinds of things at Buc-ee's. Oh my god, I love Buc-ee's. Truck stop for 500 to 1,000. You could easily get 600 to 800 for them. Right on. The base skull is plastic. It is from like the Spirit Halloween store. And it's because I really wanted it to be lightweight, because I am going to put this on my head and wear it. And my hope is whoever we sell it to will put it on their head and wear it. And then go home and put it on their wall or something. Gotcha. Honestly, depending on what region you live in, you may be able to get the real skulls for cheaper than the plastic ones. But I don't know. If somebody were going to use my skull in arts and crafts, I'd want it to be for something like special, not just, ooh, I'm going to put this on my head. Though I don't know. That might be the best reason for somebody to wear my head as a headdress or something, but. Yes, the horns do not glow in the dark, much to my dismay. But the eyes glow, and each of these baubles that are our homemade fused glass glow. Like I put glow in the dark cosplay behind them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm time crunched on these. Like the every second that goes by, I'm like, oh no, because I need to get like all the little seed beads smushed into their spots, at least so that there's an indent. That way, if they fall out, I can like glue it back in. Which is why I haven't run this outside to put it in the sunlight to then show you guys. Oh my god, there's still so much. Okay, that's okay. We can do this. We've got this, y'all. Let's go. Oh, it's so sticky. I'm so sticky. Thanks, Meredith. But yeah, they glow. So I'm totally digging how it's coming out, but I'm really worried that I'm going to ruin it with the paint job. The foam, I usually give it the freeform air. I usually like to give 12 hours. So if I finish it tonight, I'll start working on it again first thing in the morning, and it'll be firm enough that I'm not going to be indenting it with like my fingernail or something. Elijah says, I'm having some issues too. The stream is cutting out like it did last week and not coming back. Boo. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm sorry, guys. I still appreciate y'all being here. But also, if it's like painful to watch, y'all don't have to, like, don't feel obligated to stick around. Like, it's your day. You should use your time, like, to its best. Not sitting through my, shabby ass live stream. Well, I'll update my phone during the intermission, and maybe that'll help. Woo. Or it might make things worse. Who knows? Itsy Bitsy says it's working fine here. Huh. Fled a course in my mind to a place I once knew, to the place where my hope died alongside of you. Oh, I bid farewell to the life I had planned, and I buried my heart in the tattooing sand, to search for my long ago forgotten friend, to search for the place I hear all Jedi end. As the souls of the dead fill the space of my mind, I'll search for my master till peace I can find. I fear not the dark side, is that not the key? I remember the fallen, do they think of me? When their spirits in the force together will be. To a place where my hope died alongside of you. So I swallow my grief to face my final test, to help your wife find peace in the solace of rest. As the songs of the dead fill the space of my ears, their laughter like children, their beckoning cheers. My heart longs to join them, is that not the key? I remember the living, do they think of me? When at last with my former apprentice I stand, I shed a small tear for his death by my hand. Through his eyes speak of depths filled with sorrow and strife. His smile below says I don't owe him my life. As the souls of the dead fill the space of my eyes, I turn myself around and whisper my goodbyes. I'm this far from drowning, this must be the key. I remember the living, do they think of me? When my spirit in the force forever will be. Now that I'm staring down at my enemy's blade, I'm not sure how I got here, my memories fade. Like comrades call out to stand fast and hold on, but I close my eyes until the darkness is gone. As the souls of the dead live forever in your mind, as you live all the years that I've left you behind, you'll stay on the shore and I'll be gone at sea. When you remember the fallen, will you think of me? When our spirits in the forest together will be. Well, drat. Okay. I'll be right back. I need beads. 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 Okay. Oh, I'm going to catch up on comments. Okay. Joy says it's fine for me also. Louise says it's all good here. Right on. Ooh, well, thank you, Art Girl. Says it looks good from the back view as well. I'm digging it. I'm feeling like Cthulhu's getting like vajazzled, but I'm here for it. Oh, okay, Jackie. Oh, well, thank you, Benjamin. I've been haunted by that song since like, shoot, 6 months at least. It's an it's an Obi-Wan tribute, like redone of the Bones in the Ocean song that I was familiar with from like By the Longest Johns. Oh, Terry says love you both. Don't think I'm a jerk. I was saying it because I care about you. Oh no, I missed something. Terry, I have no idea what you're talking about. Bye, Jane. Have a good day, y'all. Daughter is in a musical and have to get ready. Oh, that's so fun. Snoring and drooling. Oh, I bet. All the little dots put her to sleep. Bye, Hawk. Got beads. Just 10 minutes to go. Ooh, we can do it. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. But I'm working on one that I don't even know. Like, I'm working on a cover, I guess, of The Bones in the Ocean. That I don't know if I can sing without losing my shit. Let's see. How is it gonna go? Oh, I bid farewell to the life I had planned, and I buried my Millie in the backyard with Sam. Doo-doo-doo. And yeah, that's as far as I got. But and then it would be like something, something, something. When our souls in the garden forever will be, and together will be. Like, I don't know. I'm working on it, and I'm also trying to learn it on the guitar. But it's like somehow simultaneously devastating to my mental health, but also very cathartic. So I have to be like really careful about whenever I go into like big sad guitar time. But hey, Mary Hart, how's it going? I mentioned my dragons. 78 dragons, April. Oh my goodness. Oh, a steampunk dragon would be so cool, Pro. I may do that green one with all the green crystals. A steampunk artificer dragon skull. Eee! April says 36 Magatama dragons and 42 steampunk dragons. Steampunk meaning I add a gear and a stone bead. Nice. There's a noise that I want to remember forever, and that is the clinking of Ember eating her dry kibble out of her little china, like porcelain food bowl. Well, yeah, you gotta make more. Ooh, right on of it. Man, I want to go thrifting. I haven't been into a thrift store since February. But it was a pretty good thrift store, I'm just gonna say. But yeah, I hope I don't ruin this with the paint job, is my main, like, concern. I'd like to keep the bone and shell color, but then, like, do, like, some purple and seafoam green and teal and blue. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Like, I'm so sticky. Oh, I love that, Holly. I'm gonna have to set up a little microphone next to her next time she's eating. Clary. I bet that would be a sight. Ooh, you know, I don't know if the hose to my airbrush, I don't know if it's still intact. Bead down, bead down. I was left to my own devices. Many days fell away with nothing to show. Thanks for stopping by, Mary Hart. We'll see ya. Oh, we're bunny. And the walls kept tumbling down the city that we love. Great clouds rolled over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? Oh, how am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? We were caught up and lost in all of our vices. In your pose as the stone. And the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Dark clouds rolled over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, echo, echo, echo. Guys, this has been stuck in my head for, what, 2 weeks now? Randy, how long has this song been stuck in my head? Like, it was bad enough that our friend who comes and helps us on Monday was like, so the radio is just on repeat? And I'm like, huh? Because I didn't realize I'd been humming it out loud. And Randy was like, yeah, it's been on repeat for a while. And I was like, no. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry enough to stop. Like, hey, Christina, over 10 days, says Randy. Oh, I love that man more than what's reasonable, I think. Yes. Ooh, Tetris pieces to make into earrings. It's good to be busy. Like, I'm excited about Dragon, but, like, it's real stressful. Like, Dragon in particular is, but I'm doing a really good job of ignoring the stress right now. And just, like, kind of crafting it out. Ooh, Benjamin says, just thinking I should be able to bake a real skull. Right on. It's I don't know anything about that, so I'd hesitate to be like, yeah, that would totally work. Like, I'd definitely recommend testing it first. But if you close your Pro says only because you make it stressful. I don't know. I think that it costs us like $4,000 to be there. Makes it pretty stressful. Just that one thing. And then there's the 14-hour drive, which granted, I'm not the one driving. Like I can help drive, but Randy does a really good job doing all the driving, and he typically, like, you really got to fight him to get him to let you drive. And then setup's a nightmare. Well, it's not too much of a nightmare. No, but loadout's enough of a nightmare that it almost doesn't matter how good load in goes, because loadout makes up for it. But I need to not hold on to that stress. And then it's like an actual week long. Like, we leave our house on Tuesday and we don't get home again until the next Tuesday. So we miss our doggies. Well, and it's not just for the booth, but it's like for the hotel that we rent, like an Airbnb apartment with our friends. And that's actually amazing. Like, and so I'm so excited, but that's also not including food and parking fees. So there's more pressures around and about Dragon than what there are for like our other vending events. But it's like, I don't know, Dragon Con's such a pilgrimage for me. Like it's almost my year reset. Like it's every year we pilgrimage down to Atlanta to see if we can slay the dragon. So, but I'm really excited about getting to do some peopling. Like, cause like having a booth full of jewelry and artwork is like the perfect conversation starter for all of the conversations I'm interested in having, because it's like a magnet for other crafty folks. Like they'll come up and be like, "Oh, this is so cool," and then we'll talk about it, and then they'll usually start talking about what it is that they're doing, and like we'll just start talking shop. Like that's my favorite thing in the world to talk about, is to just talk shop all day. um Meredith says, "Don't get sick this year, please." Yeah, I'm hoping that I don't, but I'm also bracing myself for getting sick. So we're a little ahead on videos. Um, oh, I'm into overtime? Okay. Well, it is after 4. I'm slowly starting to get, somebody's cooking green beans or I'm losing my mind, but I'm starting to get my sense of smell back. I've been doing my sniffing exercises, which is okay, that sounds weird. How do I explain this? I have 4 different essential oils that I'll blind test myself on, to see if I can identify the smell. Um, and then, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to stop doing this because it's setting up too quickly. Uh-oh. 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 But if you close your eyes, it almost feels like nothing's changed at all. Right, Michelle? She says, "I can't wait for the camping trip. Sorry, I have a friend here from Colorado, so just kind of had you playing in the background. Hey, Michelle and Michelle's friend from Colorado." Um, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the camping trip as well, because I'm hoping it'll be all of the fun of getting to talk shop and meet people who are also into crafting and like hanging out with friends and stuff, but without all the other stressful stuff. Because it's camping, we literally get to set things on fire. But if you close your eyes, woo! We get to meet Michelle's hubs. Aw, well, thank you, Anika. Just gifted 5 Back to Earth's Creations memberships. So now we've got Robin Baden in the house, Kay, Tigra Draconi. That's a cool screen name. Missouri Fox and Kizzy. Welcome to the Happy Crafter Club here on YouTube. And keep an eye out for your notifications, because whenever we go live for our members only stream, at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, so like in about an hour from like right now, you'll get a notification. And then if you're a supporter over on Patreon at around 5 o'clock, you'll get a notification on there. And everybody else who's a Happy Crafter member to our website, keep an eye out on your emails, because we'll be sending out the streaming link that way as well. And so I am going to let you guys go and just keep putting beads on this thing. I'm so sticky. And then I will meet you guys here at 5 p.m. Beep boop beep. Oh, right on. Hey, Witch and Gnome. Beep boop beep beep boop beep boop. Gosh, I love this. Like, I'm so sad that you hate it, but I love it. I wish that you liked it, because I like it when you like the things that I make. Like, I don't know why, but like I'm like hard into getting validation from Yvette. I'm like, Yvette, tell me this is pretty. And I specifically think it's because it torments her to have to look at it. I'm so sorry, Yvette. Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us today. We will see you in the after party. And keep an eye out. Like, we gotta... Okay, maybe I can turn the tripod a little bit. Because I want to hold this up so that we can see how it would look as a mask. So... Like, and again, I say mask, but they're like little headdresses. Yeah! Oh my gosh! So, it's perfect. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the whole world right now. So, I don't want to drop it. Oh, okay. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to get back to it, and we will see y'all in the after party. So, until then, happy crafting. And I'm not going to kiss my hand because, bye, it's got stuff on it. Bye, guys.